Ladies, gentlemen, and children from around the world, welcome to the Kegel Show. My name is Don Agent, and I'll be your host for this week's episode. Today with us, we have Tom Hankey Jr., Weber Warrior, and individual in his own right. Tom, thank you for coming down.
Thank you very much, Don.
You have had a pretty interesting career for as short as it has been, young man. I'm going to read off a couple of stats. I had to cut some out, or this would have been too long. 2017, 2018 Teen Masters Boys Champion, 2016 Massachusetts Youth Bowler of the Year. You're a member of the 2016 Junior Team USA U15 Development Team, 2015 Junior Gold Championship winner for U15, and 2015 Youth Open Championships, all events, and team champion. Most impressive to me, 7 gold medals in the 2016 Tournament of Americas. Outstanding young man, unbelievable.
Thank you.
Most recently, you helped the Weber Warriors win the 2019 Intercollegiate Championships, and you also won the singles event for those championships as well. So congratulations from all of us at Kegel to the entire Weber team and yourself as an individual as well. Let's jump into it. How about some background? Where are you from and what got you involved in bowling?
I'm from Great Barrington, Massachusetts, which is in the southwest corner of the state. I got into bowling. My parents own a bowling center back at home. They bought it officially in 2008, but I've been in that center since I was about 2 or 3 years old.
Very cool.
So I've been around bowling for about 17 years now. I started bowling tournaments when I was 11 or 12, and then I started going to national events in 2013. I got my first big win at Junior Gold in 2015 in Chicago, and then from there everything kind of set sail. That win got me on junior team for 2016.
Wow.
And that's where the Tournament of Americas came in. Then the year after that I won Teen Masters. Then I won Teen Masters again the year after that. And everything just keeps
steamrolling forward,
yeah.
Brother. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you always have a desire to bowl on a college team?
Yeah, especially after 2016 being on junior team for the first time, I realized how awesome the team environment is.
Yeah.
And this year at Weber has been amazing. It's a completely different environment. It's so cool to be a part of something so special with 8 other guys.
What do you enjoy the most actually about bowling at this level, at this time in your career and life?
The enjoyment. I mean, you only get to do this 4 times. It's not like you can come back to college and bowl again after 4 years. So I try to take advantage of every opportunity we get. This year was one of the most memorable years of my life, and being able to share such a memorable time of my life with 7 other guys and 2 coaches and really the entire Weber team has been it's unbelievable. Kind
of leads me into the next question. I mean, how tight are you guys? I mean, it's not just an on-the-lane thing, I'm assuming.
Yeah, this is my second family. These guys are some of my best friends. I've known most of the team for a pretty long time. I've got really personal relationships with a lot of people. A lot of the people that I've just started to meet this year, I've grown great relationships with. I know they're relationships that'll last a lifetime.
That's awesome. And I'll tell you what, I mean, I've made some exactly lifetime relationships being involved in this wonderful industry. Let's go to the recent ITC that you guys were at. Did you really sit on the sidelines for an hour and then have to get up and post a shot, number 1, and ask to be performed in the clutch? How did that transpire? What actually happened?
So we're bowling McKendree Friday night, and it's the if necessary match to make the show. And we're up 3-0, and one of our players was kind of in between with ball reaction, and then it was the 4th game, the last game. His first shot, he goes 3-6-10 and then chops it, and then him and Dell had a conversation on the side, and I'm not really paying attention to what's going on over there. I'm more focusing on what's going on with the team.
Sure.
And we get up and go 10 back, 10 back, 10 back, 10 back. So we're off a 4-bagger, and the 7th frame, Evan gets up on the approach, and he's literally in his 3rd step, and Dell taps me on the shoulder and goes, "You're in, get ready." And I started thinking about that moment a little bit more, and what separates the end of the year from the beginning of the year for me was how I handled that moment.
Sure.
At the beginning of the year, that would have been like a, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God kind of moment. Because it was, that was the moment of the match when we needed, if we win this game, we're on TV. And at that moment, no thought process went through my head. There was nothing, no stress about it. My exact response was okay. And I went through my process. I got through self-preparation, and that was top 3 shots of my life when I needed it. And it was
So you've
phenomenal.
seen some internal growth from the beginning of this year to now,
Yeah,
then.
definitely.
And that is huge. Obviously, that's an exciting moment. What about give me another exciting moment for the team win, and then for you also as an individual with your singles win, because that's pretty impressive. I mean,
in the team portion, it was, they call them hanky hits. We had a ton of hanky hits in the moment when we needed them, and it kept our energy up. It kept the momentum on our side. We had a really late trip 5-7 against Whitewater. We had a trip 3-6-10 in our first match versus McKendree, and it's just the little things that happen that create just these great moments, and everything, all those little things just keep momentum on our side, and they keep us pumped up, they keep us hyped up, and it's great to go through. In the singles portion, obviously it's making TV. That's another one of those things it's hard enough just to get to that point because you have to make it out of sectionals first.
Sure.
And sectionals, they only take 4 or 5 guys out of each section. So just to be able to get through sectionals is hard enough as it is because you're bowling with the best players in the country. So getting from that point, getting seated in the bracket, and then winning your bracket matches, you're still bowling the best of the best. And it's 3 games total wood. So it's do or die.
you can't mess.
Yeah,
you can't. Be on top of your game.
Can't
you
mess
gotta
with
perform.
Yeah, you can't. You don't really have that much lag time. And to be able to get through the bracket, make the show, and then have success on the show was the highlight of the singles portion.
And McHenry's solid team. I mean, they've got
yeah.
a husband-wife coach, tag team that's top notch in the country. I mean,
McKendree's by far one of the best teams I've seen. They're really good on the moment. They have a really star-studded team, phenomenal coaching. Brian O'Keefe and Shannon.
they're both unbelievable.
They're both really good coaches.
Anyone you'd like to thank for helping you along the way?
Well, of course, my parents. My parents are big involvement in my career where I've been. They take me to all these tournaments. They sacrifice a ton of their time to be able to not only take me to tournaments before I got to college, but they come to every tournament, whether they drive there or fly there. They take a lot of time out of their life.
Meant
which
a
means
lot to you?
Yeah. And then, of course, the team for helping me through the year. I've been going through some personal things the past few months, and the team's been really supportive, it means everything. Like I said, they're like my second family. And then my biggest inspiration really has been my coach, Dell. He's the reason that I am where I am. He's gotten me through a lot of mental laps, and he's gotten me over the hurdle, and he's the reason that I have the resume that I have.
I'm biased, obviously, because we're friends and we've worked together a long time, but I get that answer a lot. Okay, and not just from Weber, but I know I've run into a lot of people that he's coaching, and all the coaches down there are just unbelievably top notch. Where do you hope to be in 10 years?
I have a couple different ideas in my head. My major at Weber is a CIS major, so of course, everybody needs an IT guy. So that would be that's one of my goals. Second up, my main focus and thought process is actually thinking about getting a job here at Kegel, working in maintenance department, specifically like what JJ does. That's what I'm really interested in.
Technical support, lane maintenance, what I did for this company for a long time.
The science,
a pretty cool path.
The science behind bowling is what really intrigues me, and being able to study it at the best facility in the world would be probably my dream job.
Drop a resume off, man. I'm pretty sure I can give you a recommendation along with a bunch of other people. All right, this is a question that especially somebody of your age, to be honest with you, I mean, whether you know it or not, okay, some of these events you've won and participated in, you have fans at a very young age. You have people that walked away from these events are 12, 13, 14, 15 that looked at you and went, wow, I would love to achieve what this person is achieving. What would be some advice you would give to some of those up and coming youth?
The best advice I have is follow your heart and follow your dreams. Your heart's always right. Your gut's always going to tell you the right answer. And if you believe and trust yourself enough, anything is possible. I mean, back in late 2016 to really up until when I won 2 Masters in 2017 in Richmond, that was a point in my life where I really had a ton of doubt, and I really didn't want to further my future in my career. I just kind of wanted to get to college, get a degree, and see what happened, and then bowling was going to be on the sidelines.
Wow.
And I had a big breakthrough moment coming from some individuals back at home, and they got me through a bunch of the little things, and gnawing through at the little things made the big things seem less scary to me. And without gaining my confidence and trusting myself, nothing else would be possible, and who knows where I would be right now.
What a great philosophical answer, man. That sums it up. Follow your heart, follow your dreams, and you can achieve pretty much everything. Brother, absolute pleasure, man.
Thank you, man.
Good luck to
Appreciate
you
it.
and the team, obviously, in your future endeavors, and as well as always to our women's team, who is absolutely phenomenal also.
The women's team won. The women's team was just as big as the guys' team. They were cheering us in the back. Even when they when they were knocked out of the tournament, they came right over to us and they were cheering our match on versus William Penn. And that match, we were down 0-3, and if they didn't come back and start cheering us when they got the crowd hyped up on our side, we don't win that match.
Full team effort,
100%,
full family.
110% everybody.
Rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap for today. Keep those wrenches turning. Have a wonderful day.